Welcome back to New Jersey Power and Politics. I'm Luke Margolis. There's a lot of talk about how far New Jersey's traveled on the road to recovery from Superstorm Sandy and getting victims back to a sense of normalcy. Now, for many folks, we know that journey is far from complete, and our next guest may have some helpful information for all of you. Richard Constable is the Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
So is that a fair way to phrase it? I mean, I know that we've accomplished so much, and yet for many people, you paid a visit to one of these recovery centers, and you must have heard that many people are still not quite where they need to be. Is that a fair way to phrase it?
It's a very fair way to phrase it. You know, just in terms of background, over 250,000 people applied for FEMA, both homeowners and renters. And what we know factually is that there's approximately 15,000 renters that had experienced significant damage, and some 40,000 plus homeowners that have experienced significant damage. There's $4.5 billion worth of housing damage from a state perspective. So there's a lot of people out there that are hurting. There's a need, and that's why we have a number of programs both for homeowners and for renters to help them.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys have a new program coming out all the time.
That's right.
Let's back it up a little bit. I
Sure.
know that the big one that everybody really was looking forward to was the grant program.
That's right.
For homeowners.
That's
specifically. Right. How are we doing on that? Is money going out the door yet?
Yeah.
Where do we see that?
So on May 24th, we launched what's called the New Jersey Housing Initiative. And the Housing Initiative are two programs. One called the REM program. It stands for Reconstruction, Rehabilitation, Elevation, and Mitigation. And bottom line is they're grants of up to $150,000 to help you rebuild your home, help you elevate your home. And the $150,000 is about gaps. So if you have received $100,000 from your homeowner's insurance and it's only going to take $100,000 to elevate your home, you're not going to get a grant. So, but if you receive $75,000 and you need an additional $25,000, that's where you can get some assistance.
So for all our viewers sitting at home saying, look, my insurance company was, whatever, they sent me a check, whether it was a lot or a little,
right.
But I need more.
Exactly.
That's where you go to get it.
That's where we come in. To date, there's been more than 10,000 individuals that have signed up for a REM grant. Next week we're going to start to make awards, but I just want to temper the enthusiasm, because from a financial perspective, the federal government only gave us $1.8 billion for the entirety of the...
Sounds like a lot, but it goes
sounds like
quick,
a lot, but it's not, and we've dedicated some $600 million to this one particular program. We can only serve about 4,000. That's just the math. So if there's 10,000, there's north of 10,000 people that have so far applied, about 6,000 folks are going to get letters that say, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to provide them with an award until we get an additional allocation.
So folks will have to ready themselves for that.
But I just want to make one important point. As we do the analysis in terms of who gets an award, we're focused on those that are most in need. So we're giving awards to those that, from a financial perspective, they're low to moderate income in terms of priority, and from a damage perspective. I mean, there's some folks that had, minor flooding, a loose shingle, and there's some folks that had to raise their home because of the damage and the destruction that happened. We want to prioritize the damage.
I mean, you and I both know that we have quite a few homeowners here in New Jersey, but we also have a lot of people who rent.
That's right.
And some of those folks, for better or for worse, have felt like, hey, a lot of the attention's been on business owners, homeowners. What about me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a productive member of society here in New Jersey, too. What do you guys do to help renters?
Yeah, so listen, there's a lot of misinformation, because clearly folks have heard about, both of our housing grant programs. But we're also doing a lot for renters. We've earmarked some $379 million for renters, and what we're talking about is increasing the number of affordable housing units from a statewide perspective.
Giving them more options to find a place to stay.
Giving them more options. We're going to create some 7,000 units over the next 2 years. And we're also giving monies to landlords to help offset rents so that they don't raise the rental rates. And we also want to increase the actual number of developments being built, because we know in certain of the impacted communities there's a lot of vacancies. So there's a lot of programs, and we've been rolling them out. So far, you're going to hear a lot more about them.
We are coming down the stretch here, so I'll just mention this briefly. Websites, phone numbers, you guys are taking all...
Yeah. So there's a phone number for more information. It's 1-855-SANDY-HM. There's a website called www.renewjerseystronger.org, and you can also go to the DCA's website to just find out about all of the programs that we have.
Commissioner, thanks for coming in. We're going to put all that on news12.com, too, so people can check it out there.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, folks, stay with us. More to come on New Jersey Power and Politics after a very quick break.
That was quicker than I
thought. So fast. I told you. It's always...